Larry, you went through a lot of challenges, not just from getting support from our guys doing this, but somebody brought a comment in here that really disturbed me. I didn't know about. That Libertarian lady said the local duopoly in New York sued Larry Sharpe off the ballot. Absolutely disgusting. They sued you off the ballot?
Correct. Yes. The problem is I was actually making impact, right? I was actually polling last December of 2021, before I even announced for 2022, I was polling at 6%. That's massive for someone who hasn't even announced, and I'm an independent candidate. That's how popular I was across the state. 6% is huge. Imagine some guy in a state polling at 6%. That's who I am. I'm some guy. So that was massive. The establishment saw that and got scared. The Democrats weren't concerned because New York State is a deep blue state. We are almost 3-1 Democrat to Republican. We have a terrible governor, and our state's broken, and she still won by 7 points. Did not matter. And she ran a terrible campaign and did not matter, right? Because she was going to win. So that was true. With that in mind, the Republicans got scared and said, wait a minute, we can't have Larry Sharpe come in second and beat us. So we have to stop him. So a bunch of smaller parties talked to me and basically lied to me and told me, well, we'll support you. And then at the last minute turned away. And the Republican Party then sued me in civil court to ensure that I would be thrown off the ballot. So I would not be on the ballot. We actually had 9 total, if you count, we went to state and federal court, 9 total hearings / appeals. We lost all 9. The court system literally said, nah, you can't be on. Sorry. Now, to be clear about this, so you might go, well, Larry, didn't you just not make the rules? Here's what happened, just so you're clear. I won't be too crazy. In 2018, I'd gotten what's called ballot access or party status for Libertarian Party, which means you can be on the ballot, meaning you have a choice of writing me. You'll see me on the ballot. You can check a box. Doesn't mean you have to vote for me. Just means I'm available to be voted for. That's all it is. I'm on the ballot. In 2020, they changed all the rules. Just said, no, you can't do it anymore. No. Now you have to have, you used to have to get 15,000 signatures. Now you have to get 45,000, tripling the number of signatures, just because we said so. Not just that. Even though you had it before, it's not for 4 years. Now it's just for 2. We're cutting it in the middle of it. So imagine if all of a sudden you were renting my garage for storage for $200 a month, and all of a sudden 2 weeks in, I go, oh, by the way, it's now $600. Pay now or I'm throwing you out. That's what they did. I'm not saying a state can't change the rules. A state can, but you should change the rules at the end of the next cycle, so the person's a chance to get the next rules. They changed the rules before I could be on the ballot to even get the rules changed. If that makes any sense. So I lost ballot access. I couldn't be on the ballot. And I would ask you, what is the harm of me being on a ballot? There's no harm, but they didn't want me on the ballot. So they changed those rules. Of course, we couldn't make them. So we lost the ability to be on the ballot. So I had to try again. But now the 45,000 piece, they went from 15,000 to 45,000. But then they moved the time. The time used to be 6 weeks in the summer, which when there's people are out, there's fairs. They moved it to the spring to where in New York State, we still have snowstorms. So snowstorm weeks, 6 weeks to get 45,000 signatures. You've got to get at least, because you got to get more than 45,000, because they literally send people in, I'm not joking, to check every signature so they can throw the signatures off. So you have to get extra signatures to make sure you're right. So it's at least in 6 weeks, you got to get at least probably 10,000 signatures a week, 2,000 a day. A very good signature gatherer will get 100 a day. And that's someone who's amazing. The average person will get maybe 20 per day. So say I average 40. I need an army of people for 6 weeks in a row, working 8 hours a day to get that amount of signatures. If I don't do it, I have to pay at least, I had to pay $300,000 to do this. What independent candidate can raise that kind of money? Luckily, I can, but nobody else can. It is impossible. So our argument was, it's unfair. You cut us off. You didn't give us a full opportunity. And the judges said, we don't care at all. Don't care. Don't care. No. But I'm not even done. My next argument was, it's impossible. It cannot be done. You have literally destroyed all third parties in this state. It cannot be done. They went, of course it can. It's easily be done. Then 3 people tried it. Me, couldn't do it. Literally a sitting congressman Couldn't do it. Literally a multimillionaire worth over $40 million. Couldn't do it. This was the first time in 80 years that New York State did not have an independent governor candidate. The first time in 80 years. So once everyone failed, I resued, saying, look, I was right. Look, I was right. No one made it. Here's the evidence. A sitting congressman couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. A multimillionaire couldn't do it. And no one's on the ballot. So I'm right. And they went, yeah, but no. They did not care. The judges did not care. They were all statists. They cared about the system. They wanted to make sure I was removed. So they and the Republicans went out of their way. They didn't just push me off at the BOE because the Board of Elections has a duty to try to give me a hearing so that I could get over this and get back on the ballot, because I was actually on the ballot officially. I was officially on the ballot. They sued me in civil court to have judges force the BOE to take me off the ballot in case the BOE wanted to put me on the ballot. They spent tens of thousands of dollars of you Republican and conservative people who put your money into the Republican Party to throw me off the ballot to ensure there was no choice. And I went to the judges. I actually did pro se part of it so I could speak to the judges, because when I would show up to court, the judges wouldn't let me speak for no reason. Just go, no, you can't speak. I drove 6 hours to this podunk courthouse. And so I'm here and I'm the guy, right? I know the most here. I've been through this. Just no respect, no nothing, not caring, just no. In fact, when they would respond to what I said, they would literally lie in the response and it would matter. One judge, Judge David Weinstein out of Albany, when he responded, he said, Larry Sharpe never made a constitutional argument. Literally in writing, I said constitutional argument. Literally in my oral statement, which is recorded, I literally made a constitutional argument. He's blatantly lying. Again, judges, no consequences. None. Nobody cared.
Man, this is so similar to family court. You know, they've created this system. Take your license, put you in jail. You got to go through it or you can't see your kids. And they know most of the time the dads aren't going to be able to organize because they're at work. They're slaves to that system. So they can't organize. Well, I want you to listen to what Larry's going through in the politics right here, guys. They do this, and we're going up against the same establishment. We really are. These are political gangs. Yeah. I'm telling you, they are political gangs. I would love to abolish all political parties if it was up to me. But
yes, I would.
They want to make you think that you have no hope and that it will never be done. And unfortunately, when the goals are set so high, a lot of people believe that. But you still got out there and you're still fighting, Larry, which is why I have so much respect for you guys. The ones that want to do the right thing are going to be the ones that have to fight the hardest. And I would want that person that's fighting hard for this, fighting for my state. I mean, what's some of the things that you got coming up, man? Are you gonna run again? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's been a while since I talked to you.
Yeah, no, I am really getting it's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep doing what I'm doing. I keep telling people, I keep trying to get my ideas out. I want more people here because most people, sadly, look, if you're a dad who's been hammered in family court, you don't want to tell people about it. It doesn't feel good, right? Who wants to tell people? It feels terrible. And then what if someone doesn't have sympathy for you and goes, oh, no, you're one of those bad guys. I didn't believe the first guy I heard. And that's why I say this not to insult brothers. I'm not saying it for that. I'm saying understand that you're going to have to tell somebody multiple times. They don't want to believe the system is that bad. When I tell people the political system, they can't believe it. Like they don't believe the story. I'm like, yes, this is all public knowledge. You can go check it. The transcripts are publicly available, right, on what happened. But people don't want to believe it. So I have to just keep doing this. When you reached out to me, I immediately said yes, didn't I?
Yes, you sure did.
Immediately. I got to keep doing this, getting out more as I possibly can. Do I think I'm the guy to change the world? No. Do I think I'm the guy who's going to spur that change? Yes. I do think I can be the guy to spur the guy or gal who makes something big happen. I'm hoping that years from now, someone's like, you know what? That big thing I did, that's because I heard Larry Sharpe on Dad Talk. You know, I mean, that's what I want to hear, right? I hope that happens, right? I made a step up because I heard this Larry Sharpe yell some crazy stuff. and Eric was all mad at him, and it was all good. Right? So I mean, that's what I hope happens. So that's why I don't stop. Will I run again? Maybe, but to be forward, it's difficult, right? I take a year out of my life. It's stress on my family. When I run, I don't work, right? I'm a consultant, so I work for myself. When I'm driving 6 hours to court, I'm not making money, right? Now I have a wife and 2 kids. So it's difficult. So I have to spend time out of my life doing it. It's challenging, which is why I only run every 4 years. I worked for 3 years to pay for the last one. All right. So yes, it's very challenging to do. So I will try, but I don't know if I can again before with you. But I will definitely be moving forward with the movement no matter what. I'm helping no matter what. I'm still yapping no matter what. Will I run again? Who knows?